I'm on the road again and ready for more grand days out around our beautiful country.
It's like we're driving through a little tunnel of happiness.
I've always been a massive fan of campervan holidays. And for the past few years, I've had a real beauty of my own, named after one of my heroes.
I'd like you to say hello to my wonderful campervan, Helen Mirren.
She's the perfect travelling companion.
You okay, Helen?
Yeah, I'm all right.
For a great adventure. Round the length and breadth of Britain. To find beautiful places.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
And hidden corners.
I did it, and I'm really, really proud that I did.
It's a celebration of some amazing sights.
It's absolutely brilliant!
Both big.
Oh my goodness.
And small.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world.
So saddle up.
Yes!
Yeah. And join me. On my grand days out. This time there's fresh adventures in one of my favourite spots.
I am back in Cornwall.
I'm on a new enchanting journey through one of Britain's most beautiful counties.
All I keep thinking about is a shampoo advert.
As I explore the South Cornish coast.
No, we're not going through there. No!
Full of views that will take your breath away. Cornwall is simply stunning, and I'm super excited Helen and I have returned for another epic road trip.
And I know what you're thinking, Susan, you've been to Cornwall before. And I have been to Cornwall before. That doesn't mean I can't come back. Do you know why? A, absolutely love the place. B, it's absolutely stunning. And C, I love macaroni and cheese, right? And I've had macaroni and cheese multiple times in my life, and I've enjoyed each and every serving. So why can't I come back to Cornwall? You know? I'm not saying Cornwall's like macaroni and cheese, but I like it as much as I like macaroni and cheese, and I love macaroni and cheese.
With views like these, it's easy to see why over 4 million tourists flock to these parts every year.
By the time I am finished in my life, there will not be an inch of Cornwall I have not visited. And I'll have loved every second of it.
I'm starting my journey at Lizard Point, a name which some say derives from the Cornish for headland.
Oh, absolutely stunning.
And the beautiful vista isn't Lizard Point's only distinction.
Just over there is the most, let me get this right, southerly point in the mainland. And here I am. Let's decide where I'm going. I like to unfold my map as if I'm doing a magic trick. Oh, that worked well. I am Lizard Point, most southerly part of the mainland.
From here, Helen and I will head north towards Penzance and St Michael's Mount, before meandering eastward and down to the town of Fowey. Then ending our journey at Falmouth Harbour.
Dignified exit. Here we go.
I'm heading for the shore of Mullion Cove, where I'll be exploring the coast by kayak. But first, I've heard there's a local delicacy I just have to sample.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
And it seems Joanna Cocking's family-run tea room is the place to do it.
This is what I'm looking for.
Cornish heavy cake.
Heavy cake, is that what it is?
Yes.
What is the story behind heavy cake?
It's to do with the pilchard fishermen, and the ladies would make the heavy cake or heaver cake and shout out heaver cake when it was ready, so the fishermen would know when to come in.
I mean, it's a dream of mine that someone shouts cake and then I know when to come in. That's really all I want in life.
Traditionally, a cliff-top lookout alerted fishermen to incoming shoals of pilchards by shouting "Heava, heava," which is Cornish for "here they are." The cake baked to mark the catch was named after the lookout's call, and I hear it's not heavy at all.
We describe it as a light fruit cake, if you like.
It's really nice.
Would you like to buy a slice?
Can I have two, just in case I drop one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Better safe than sorry. Well, that's my excuse anyway.
Is there a Cornish term for good? That tastes good. It was nice.
Handsome. Handsome, me lovely.
Handsome, me lovely.
Cake and a Cornish lesson. I'd say that's time and money well spent.
Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, thank you
See you again
very
soon.
much.
There's over 300 miles of coastline to explore in Cornwall, and few know these blue-green seas better than kayak instructor Matt Hollier.
Hi there, Matt. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. So excited because look at that.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
The Cornish coast is a mecca for water sport enthusiasts. Matt's been guiding kayakers here for 8 years, so I know I'm in safe hands. But with me paddling, it's probably him that should be worried.
Oh,
There you go.
wow.
There's it.
Oh, my goodness.
These cliffs contain a soft rock called Soapstone. Able to withstand high temperatures without cracking, it was once vital in the making of British porcelain. Warriors excavated these narrow caves in pursuit of this valuable material.
There's a cave just this side of there that they've dug out themselves so that they could get to this little cove. At low tide, they'd land on the next little beach from the other side and then go right through the cave there that they've dug out, and then they would take away the soapstone.
Today, there's another reason why people visit these cliffs. It's for the white-knuckle thrill of getting close to these scary-looking rocks.
Where? There?
Yeah,
No, we're not going through there. No! Matt!
we can do it.
The narrow channels around these cliffs create little rapids that, even on a calm day like today, propel you along at speed.
There we go.
Matt! Oh my God, look at this! No!
It's twice as wide as the kayak.
Oh my God!
That's it, Susan. You've done it.
What is going on?
That's it. Amazing. Look at that. And the next
This
one.
is not how it was sold to me! It's absolutely brilliant!
There we go. Into the calm. And breathe. Amazing.
This is the only way to see the coastline in Cornwall. It is wonderful.
Dramatic and gorgeous, it's easy to fall in love with Cornwall. Coming up, there's a splash of glamour at an iconic pool.
So there's going to be some synchronised swimmers here?
And on a beautiful island, I discover a very special tramway.
This is not what I was expecting.
I'm in my faithful campervan, Helen Mirren, exploring the wondrous south coast of Cornwall. It's a chance to enjoy these incredible views, because getting to our next stop might take a while.
You have to take Helen about 2 miles an hour over these speed bumps, because otherwise, there she goes. Whoa!
We're heading 20 miles northwest to the historic port of Penzance, famed for its singing pirates. Today I'm visiting another local legend.
When I was younger, a big treat was to go swimming, or to the swimming, as we used to call it. You always got a treat afterwards, and it was called a shivery bite. And it was usually a glass of hot orange and maybe a packet of crisps. And I loved it so much. It was so much fun. But in Penzance, there is something I've never done before, and it's an outdoor swimming pool, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Maybe treat myself to a wee shivery bite afterwards. Why not? I deserve it.
Built Built in the 1930s, the Jubilee pool of Penzance is a striking Art Deco saltwater pool, or Lido as they're known. The design is based on a seagull in flight and commemorates King George V's Silver Jubilee. Campaigner Susan Stewart knows all about this beautiful place.
Hello, Susan.
Hello,
It's
how are
lovely
you?
to meet another Susan.
Isn't it? Not many of us around
we're so
anymore.
rare now.
I know.
This is an exceptionally beautiful, wonderful place. I take it it's quite a popular kind of thing in Penzance. This is kind of a landmark.
It was right through till the 60s, 70s, and then travel started to change. People started going abroad, and like lots of Lidos, it started to sort of fall into a bit of disrepair.
In 2014, a massive storm hit Penzance, causing damage to the pool estimated at nearly £1 million. Its future looked bleak.
When the waves were hitting, it was literally bursting the concrete off in the pool. And the next day, I came down and I just cried. You know, the place was half wrecked.
Devastated.
It was horrible.
Susan and other supporters campaigned and fundraised to save the pool. In 2016, it finally reopened when Prince Charles gave it the royal seal of approval.
So what type of people use the Lido these days?
Anybody and everything. We get dogs in sometimes. We have a dog day at the end of each season.
Shut up! Why are I not here on Dog Day? Oh my God,
Come
that's
back,
the best
come
thing!
back.
Oh no! Lots of little dogs at the pool! Yes! Okay.
We've even got synchronised swimmers.
Oh, really? So there's going to be some synchronised swimmers here?
Synchronised swimming always reminds me of the old glamorous Hollywood movies, and I can't resist a bit of glamour. That looks like a cue for Action Calman. There's no place like Cornwall. And now for that shivery bite. Hopefully Helen will oblige.
Sometimes people ask me, what is in the back of Helen Mirren? Good question. The thing is, my lovely van here, sort of like the TARDIS or Mary Poppins bag. There's tons of stuff in here. There's a hat stand if anyone needs one. What else have we got in here?
What's that, Susan? A fancy tea set?
There's something about a proper tea set that makes me feel all warm and happy inside. In our house, it was brought out on a special occasion. You put out the china, you set it all out. It makes you feel, I've said it before, I'll say it again, fancy. It also reminds me of when I was in the Brownies. I got a badge called the Hostess Badge, which was essentially, it was a badge about how to properly conduct oneself as a lady, how to set a table, how to fold a napkin. And I remember we were kind of taught how to have a proper tea party. I always thought, I'll never do that, do you know what I mean? And now, there's nothing nicer. I absolutely love it.
Tea, heavy cake and Cornwall. If only Brown Owl could see me now. Suitably refreshed, we're heading just a few miles along the coast to one of the most famous landmarks in Cornwall, the magical St Michael's Mount. Over 300,000 tourists visit the island every year to get up close to its gorgeous 14th century church.
The first time I saw it, in my mind, I was thinking of, bear with me, the Man in the Iron Mask. Because it's got that kind of look about it, of a place where lots of stories have happened and stories are told about. It's wonderful.
The island is nearly half a mile out to sea, but for 4 hours each day, it can be accessed on foot during low tide, when the granite causeway is revealed.
It's like one of those films where there's a magical castle that's only accessible at certain times of the day.
To live on the island, you have to work here, and there are 30 or so lucky residents who do just that. Today, I'm meeting guide Anna Burska to see if there's a Calman-sized role.
What do you do here? What's your job here?
Well, I kind of travel through time.
Well, already, you're Doctor Who. I'm there already. I think history's fascinating, but history's even better when it's brought to life.
We like to get the kids involved, so we break it down. We've got history, we've got mystery. There are...
History and mystery.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Name of my autobiography. I love that. History and mystery. That's brilliant.
So you just tie it all in together and make it fun.
And apparently, the island has a claim over some very familiar childhood tales.
You've heard of Jack and the Beanstalk, right?
Obviously, yes. Yes.
That was not his first kill. So he had to cut his teeth somewhere.
Before Jack killed the famous giant by toppling the beanstalk, he'd already come face to face with another giant here on the island. In this prequel, Jack buried the giant, becoming a local hero. And according to the tale, the giant's heart became one of the stepping stones up to the castle.
It's tiny, though. Because, like, you'd think a giant would be really big, have a really big heart, but the nastier you are, in life in general.
Well, the smaller your heart becomes. It shrivels.
Shrivels.
So if you've got a big heart, I mean, my heart's the size of my head.
I know, right?
It's huge.
That's it.
I can barely walk for the size of my heart. I quite fancy maybe seeing if I can live here. So is there anything I can do?
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Yes. There's a set of steps that you have to go up. At the bottom, we entice you in with a quiz. You could do that. You'd be great at that.
Right, take me there, tell me
Okay.
what to say,
Okay.
and I'll give it a go.
So, for one day only, it looks like I'm a St Michael's Mount local.
Do you like stickers?
We'll put them on the map.
You put them on the map, that's exactly right. So,
Okay.
yes! I like the enthusiasm, yes!
I'd say I'm nailing it.
I'm just here temporarily, summer staff.
And it's not just the kids I'm getting.
You get a medal at the top in the castle if you put all the stickers in the right place.
I want to give myself rewards as I make
Yeah,
progress.
get yourself a medal, absolutely. Lovely to meet you. I mean, they're for children, obviously, but, you know, they're from America, they've come a long way.
I think I'm due a break, and we're better than the castle garden. It dates back to 1878, and along its steep sloping terraces live all manner of fauna that thrive in this sheltered microclimate.
This is an incredible view from the gardens. Incredible plants, very jealous. Their succulents appear to grow, and my succulents don't. It's so chilled. Cornwall makes me so relaxed. I just wish I had a garden like this. I wish this was my garden. Susan, stop. Stop it, Susan, stop.
The walk from the harbour to the castle is truly stunning, but it can be quite a hike. However, there's a less onerous way to take goods to the top. Off limits to tourists, there's a secret carriage that keeps the castle fully stocked.
Hello.
How are you?
I found a man hanging around some bins.
And Mike Gregg knows all about it.
So what do you call it then?
So we call it the tram, but it's also otherwise known as the Dreyley Express.
The Dreyley Express.
Yeah, so Dreyley in Cornwall is we'll do it shortly,
Right.
or we'll do it later, and then the Express.
So it's one of those beautiful things that the definition is either now or in a wee bit.
Exactly.
Dreyley.
And then you just take Orient Express, take out the Orient, put Dreyley there, and this is
Dreyley.
This
the
is
Dreyley
basically
Express.
not what you've got.
So if someone says to me in Cornwall, I'll be there Dreyley,
Dreyley.
that could mean
half an hour,
2 hours.
2 minutes.
That's the kind of timekeeping I like. That's really good.
For over a century, goods have been ferried up to the castle on a small mining carriage.
This is not what I was expecting, but it's big.
Everything's got to be loaded towards the back, and then as it goes up the castle, up through the island, it then becomes...
So it goes all the way up there.
You can't quite see because the trees are in the way.
My mind's blown by this.
My job today is to help load the cargo.
A selection of fruit and veg. If this was a cooking show, I'd have to make you something out of
Ready,
this.
steady.
I hope you like leek, cauliflower, carrot and apple, because that's what you're having for lunch.
Lid down.
Lid down.
The Dreyley Express is controlled from the castle, where one of Mikey's colleagues is poised to press go.
Door closed.
Right.
Okay, so you're radioing up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Receiving Anna. Receiving Anna. Receiving Anna.
This is the definition of it'll be with you directly.
Go ahead. We're ready to go with the tram now.
Oh, there it goes.
And in its own sweet time, the Dreyley Express indeed.
Mikey, it was worth meeting you by the bins for. Such a beautiful little secret place. It really is. Thank you very much indeed.
Saves it back.
And I'll see you directly.
Yes.
Coming up, Helen and I take a shortcut.
A wee dry mouth, because I'm driving onto a ferry.
And I learn the secrets of balance.
I actually don't know what to say.
I'm on an adventure through the glorious South Cornish coast with my trusty campervan Helen, who has been utterly brilliant.
It's okay, Helen. It's okay, my sweet. It's okay, my sweet. Sometimes she gets a little bit frightened of the roads in Cornwall. Oh, look at this.
We're visiting the stunning harbour town of Fowey. But first, Helen and I are getting a little help across the water.
A wee dry mouth, because I'm driving onto a ferry. Oh, my stomach went there. Oh, my stomach went there. Well done, Helen. We got on the ferry. Nothing happened.
We're crossing the beautiful River Fowey on the locally built Budenick Ferry, one of the many around these parts doing journeys of just a few minutes, saving on much longer drives. On the banks of the harbour is the former home of author Daphne Demorier. Her stories, such as the haunting Rebecca, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, became Hollywood classics. Demorier fan Lynn Gould knows all about the author's time here.
Lynn, it's absolutely lovely to meet you in this beautiful place, Daphne Demorier. She has a real connection with this place.
Daphne Demorier came to Fowey in the mid-1920s with her sisters and her mother. There was a boatyard that was up for sale there, and the father bought that and turned it into a holiday home.
Is that the house that I could see from the ferries?
It is. Coming here really sort of calmed her down. It was the place that she wanted to be. She fell in love with it.
What is it that you really love about Demorier?
What I fell in love with was the fact that she wrote about this place, and you could actually, in some of the books, you can actually work out where she took her characters.
Right.
And so you could walk the footpaths, and they were the footpaths that I'd grown up on.
But of course, Demorier's tales weren't all about Cornish charm. Hitchcock vividly brought her classic story The Birds to the big screen, moving the tale to America and turning our feathered friends into the most terrifying of villains.
I know several people who are petrified of birds because of that film. I mean, it's really destroyed them. Where did that come from?
Well, there's a footpath that goes down to the beach, and as she was going down there, the farmer was ploughing the field, and behind him, all the seagulls. And she wondered what would happen if the birds attacked.
And even looking around today, you can see, you do, and I do, and I'm not frightened of birds in the slightest at all, but there's one up there that's eyeing me. Thank you so much, Lynn.
You're very welcome.
Watch out for those birds, though. They're circling.
I'm inspired by Daphne Demorier, and I fancy writing my own twisted tale of Fowey. It's called A Sunny Afternoon at the Beach. A dog swims. The wave comes in, the wave goes out. A man eats an ice cream. A bird stares at me. All the birds are staring at me. They're flapping and flapping and pecking, and they're all coming for me.
It's all right. It's all just a story.
Or was it? Back in the real world, I think I could use something a little more relaxing. Further along this gorgeous beach, some jaw-dropping artworks are stacking up.
So this is one of those beautiful, balanced stone sculptures. And it's an extraordinary feat of gravity, question mark? I need to find out how they make these.
In 2021, Harry Maddox became a European stone stacking champion. Now, I've done stone stacking before, which means piling stones upwards, but stone balancing like this, where structures are held together purely by their own weight, is tricky to master. I'm hoping I can learn some elusive secrets from the expert.
Harry, it's lovely to meet you.
And you?
When did you first start making these incredible, and would you call them sculptures? What would you call them?
Well, you can call it art, you can call it sculptures. I started about 6 years ago. I seen a guy doing it on the beach and thought, I'll give that a go.
For me, I find the mindfulness of it, of having to concentrate fully on what you're doing. What is it about it that you like?
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, while you're trying to do point balance like that, nothing else in the world matters. So all you're concentrating on is trying to get that rock to stand up.
The trick is to find the sweet spot where the stone naturally wants to fall and balance it against another stone.
Now at that point there,
Some minor adjustments should make it stand upright perfectly.
So what you're trying to do at all times is make it as steady as possible?
as steady as possible, but we've still got 3 points of contact.
Harry makes it look so easy, but then he's a champion.
So,
Okay.
right,
So
so we've got this
I just
here.
help you there.
Okay,
Right.
getting a feel for it. I actually don't know what to say. That incredibly heavy rock is now balanced on those rocks.
The expression on people's faces when they do that for the first time, a bit like yours now.
It's incredible that something so heavy can suddenly seem so light. It's easy to see why this is a great way to let go of your worries.
It was me and Harry and a beautiful rock balancing in Cornwall. One of the best things I've done in a long time.
Stones dismantled for safety and left where we found them. Helen and I are off on our next adventure. We're heading 6 miles northwest to the incredible Eden Project, home to the world's largest indoor rainforest. It's long been on my bucket list, and for more than one reason.
The clay pits that the Eden Project's built on is where they filmed the original Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Loved it, especially the depressed robot, Marvin. So Marvin would say,
I'm really looking forward to the Eden Project.
and I'd say, I'm really looking forward to the Eden Project.
This tropical garden is housed in a crater the size of 30 football pitches. It was home to the clay pit for around 200 years, but in 2001 it was transformed into this ecological wonder.
When you walk in, the first thing that hits you is the heat. The humidity hits you. I'm like a bit of cheese that's been left out in the sun. A thin layer of sweat all over me.
With trees and plants from South America, Africa, Asia and Australia, Eden really does feel like paradise.
But you can hear the birds and the water, and it's like a sensory overload. And I mean, who knew in Cornwall you could see this? It's the rainforest.
And the Herculean task of looking after all these incredible plants falls to Catherine Cutler and her team.
Hi, Catherine.
She's been working here since the project opened over 20 years ago.
I can tell you're someone who has a passion for this place. Why are you so passionate about this place and what it does?
For most people, this is the closest they're going to get to visiting a rainforest. And if it allows people to have that connection...
Why it's important. Why we should care about it.
And rainforests are so important because they actually control the climate.
I've got a herb garden, and that's difficult enough to get my basil to keep going. Have you had any problems growing any of these?
You need the right conditions. So we're controlling the temperature and we were controlling the humidity. But now our forest is creating its own humidity, so we don't need to increase it ourselves.
All manner of fruit and veg thrive here. Catherine is letting me harvest some natural ginger.
Oh my word, look at this!
And simply take it home, scrub it up, and off you go. Fresh ginger.
So, the ginger that you buy in the shops, this is how it grows?
And you could plant a ginger that you buy in the shops.
No way, are you saying I could? Really?
You need the heat, the humidity, warmth, good light, sunny windowsill.
I love it. Thank you so much, Catherine. Bye!
There's so much to explore in this tropical paradise. Rainwater is captured, sanitised and used throughout this eco-friendly marvel.
Oh, that is beautiful. There's a gorgeous waterfall creating a natural breeze, which is so refreshing here. All I keep thinking about, though, is a shampoo advert. So I'd like to get in there and go, it's just all natural.
And to complete the feeling of being in an actual rainforest, it even has its own clouds.
The only time I've seen clouds like this is when I've been flying through them. And I've always wanted, you know, when you're in a plane and you think, I could just reach out and I could touch the clouds. And that's what I'm doing now. Or I'm in an episode of Stars in Their Eyes. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Meatloaf.
But to take in the scale of this project, you need to get up high.
Don't look down, Susan. Just look up. Just look up. Don't look down. Oh my goodness. Oh!
I'm not known for my love of heights, but today I'm feeling brave.
Okay, take your time. You can do it.
The Rainforest Lookout is a viewing platform more than 160 feet high, taller than the Tower of London.
Nearly there. Nearly there.
I'm glad I persevered.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It is high, it is hot, but it is exceptional to see it from here. It is worth it. You take it slow, you shuffle, and you'll get there.
And if you make it up here, take your time with the view. One of the lovely things about Cornwall is that no one wants to rush you. Coming up, I'm beach-bound for some crustacean observations.
It looks like David Bowie.
And at Falmouth Harbour, I'm in full voice with a very special choir.
Oh, that was amazing!
I'm having a grand day out around the Cornish coast. On any long road trip, it's important to keep yourself entertained. Helen's no good at I Spy, but we do love a duet.
I think even if you're not a fabulous singer, singing just makes you feel better. It releases endorphins. I'm always singing in the house.
And sometimes only Dolly will do.
Island in the stream,
That is what we are, nothing in between. How can we go wrong? See, it's cheered me up. If you've got pets, they may not be very happy, but I apologise. I try my best.
And we rely on each other, from one lover to another.
She could have been singing about me and Helen. And for the last leg of our journey, we're heading 30 miles south to the gorgeous Castle Beach in lovely Falmouth. As well as being absolutely stunning, it's also a top spot for a great seaside pastime. Marine biologist Ben Holt and his colleague Alan Smith use this beach for rock pooling. It's something many of us enjoyed as kids, so it's nice to have an excuse to enjoy it as an adult as well.
Now, rock pooling, it's a lovely thing to do. What you're doing is cataloguing and helping scientifically. Tell me about what you do.
Well, we try to do both, basically. Keep the fun in rock pooling and exploring and finding this amazing sea life that the tide reveals for us, but also at the same time collecting data that's really important so we can learn to see how the wildlife's changing over time.
So what kind of things can you find in a rock pool round here?
The best thing we've ever had here, I think, is an octopus. So that was incredible. But we find all sorts of beautiful sea anemones, starfish. Do you fancy doing a bit of rock pooling?
Yes.
Do you fancy doing a rock pool battle?
Hashtag rock pool battle. Yes, I do, absolutely.
Let battle commence. It's Barnacle Ben and Cuttlefish Calman in Team Awesome versus Angelfish Alan in, well, Team Alan. Yes, apparently even rock pooling gets competitive. Points are awarded on a scale from 1 for a common find through to 10 for a rarity. And of course, I'm here to win.
Stop, 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 stop. See beside that rock, there's something moving.
There's quite a few rocks. You might have to be a little bit more specific.
The one just beside that one.
Ah, here.
Have you got one?
After a quick pick, we put them back.
What have you got?
So we've got two crabs here. This one here is they're called the shore crab, most common crab in the UK. This one here is actually a female. You can tell that by her tail
Hey,
flap
sweetie
there.
pie. Sorry, we'll put you back in a minute.
Gorgeous. Get a picture of her.
Smile. Look at this
Stinky
tiny
little fella.
thing.
Broad-clawed porcelain crabs, so they're pretty funky.
It's a great find, but can Alan find something to blow it out of the water?
Starfish here, if you'd like to see.
Starfish? Look at it! Look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
But Ben thinks he's found something even better.
European stingwinkle, believe it or not.
A European sting...
Stingwinkle.
Stingwinkle.
Yes,
Stingwinkle.
a stingwinkle. These are predatory sea snails. Most.
Predatory sea snails?
Correct.
I suppose being called a stingwinkle is enough to make anyone turn predatory.
What's that?
I think it's another shore crab, so we've already got it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but it's a cool... It looks like David Bowie.
It is a very cool one, I must admit. Yeah, grab a picture of it.
There you go, that's David Bowie. You get points for David Bowie
I would have
crab.
thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah?
Don't you think the similarities are uncanny?
A velvet swimming crab. So do you see the back legs are flat, like paddles?
Yes.
It has red eyes, like a devil. And if you're careful, you can touch the carapace, and it's soft and velvety.
Oh, yes.
And beautiful purple claws.
But quite aggressive.
Very aggressive. Would you like to hold it?
No, I'm absolutely
I think you really should.
No,
No, it's a great Cornish experience.
Excuse me, would you like to hold an aggressive animal? No, thanks very much.
Could that late find swing it for Alan? It's time to discover which team is victorious.
Alan's team has a very impressive 14 points. Well done, Al. And for Team Awesome...
Team Awesome.
19 points.
Yes, there we are.
Finally, I've won the pools. Team Awesome rules the waves. I'm nearing the end of my trip around the Cornish coast and I've wandered over to the harbour, where today there's an extra reason to be here.
Santillano, heave her up and away we'll go, all bound for California.
That was wonderful. Well done.
Pat Hobden and her all-female shanty group a cappella Moonshine are putting their own spin on some old maritime classics.
Pat, that was absolutely beautiful. Tell me about your group.
OK, we started a few years ago, and then one year we were invited to sing at Falmouth Shanty Festival, and we thought, that's it, shanties. We just love it. It's a way of life, almost.
What was it about the sea shanties initially? What was it that you enjoyed about it?
You know, it's part of our history.
Traditionally, sea shanties focused on the stories of men toiling away at sea, but conditions were just as tough for those on dry land.
The women at home had hard lives. They had to look after families, they had to look after children, and we don't want that to be forgotten.
The ladies are rehearsing for this year's Sea Shanty Festival. And apparently, there's room for a late edition.
So here I'm just like, give me a twirl, give me a twirl. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. I feel now I'm part of the group.
Definitely. We've got a special song for you.
Have you?
It's not so much a song as a verse, really.
Okay.
And a grand day out with Susan wouldn't do us any harm.
Oh, a grand day out with Susan wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a grand day out with Susan wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariots along. We'll roll the old chariots along. We'll roll the old chariots along, and we'll all hang on behind.
Oh, that was amazing! Thank you so much! Oh, no one's ever written a song about me before. Oh, this is the best day ever. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Oh, it's made me a little bit teary.
My grand day out in Cornwall has been incredible. The dramatic scenery and amazing places are only matched by the warm welcome that greets you every time you visit. And for me, that's what makes this place so special.
The people are worth a repeat visit anytime.
Next time, I'm exploring the beautiful Wye Valley.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Where tourism in Britain first began.
Canoeing straight down the middle of the River Wye.
And with its magical settings,
just a little bit of
incredible wildlife.
Look how beautiful it is.
And age-old traditions.
Oh, you get quite fast, don't you?
It's not hard to see why.
The Wye Valley lets me have a shot at absolutely anything I want to.